Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God, and today we're talking about a little psychopath known as Go Freecss. Go Freecss is not your typical shonen protagonist. He doesn't want to be the Pirate King, the Wizard King, or the Hokage. He doesn't even want to be the strongest, right? Gon just wants to be a hunter so he could meet his father, and in the manga, he did. The end goal, the thing that usually fuels a hero through arcs and sagas, was never some lofty title or world defining achievement. It was deeply personal, almost quiet. His entire adventure is driven by a simple and powerful question: why would someone abandon their own child for this life? What could be so compelling, so meaningful, that a man like Jing would leave his son behind to chase it? Gunn didn't want to change the world, he just wanted to understand it, and by extension, understand his father. That's where it starts, but where it goes is much darker than most readers expect from a shonen lead. Gunn is introduced as wide-eyed and brimming with energy, almost like a wild creature drawn to challenge and novelty. But even in the manga's early arcs, there are flashes of something else. The moment he tells Nobunaga with a smile that he kill him if he has to. The cold fury in his eyes that he gets sometimes, his obsession with pushing himself further, with not relying on others, but proving something not just to the world but to himself. Gon's kindness isn't fake, but it isn't balanced either. He's pure in the sense that he doesn't filter what he feels. When he's happy, it's overwhelming. When he's angry, it's dangerous. And when he breaks, it's complete. That breaking point comes during the Chimera Ant arc. Kite's death doesn't just hurt Gon, it undoes him. And the manga takes time showing that. Gon refuses to process grief like a child might. He demands answers, he demands power, he demands revenge, he demands a world that makes sense. And when it doesn't, when the rules break down and the one person he looked up to is gone, he trades everything: his future, his body, his potential, for a single moment of violent catharsis. What's horrifying isn't just how powerful he becomes, it's how deliberate the transformation is. He knows exactly what he's doing, he accepts it. Gon doesn't lose himself in that scene, he chooses it. That's not the decision of a hopeful hero, that's the decision of someone who sees strength as the only form of justice left. In the manga structure, or in a manga structure, is usually the rival or supporting character who flirts with darkness. Killua, trained from birth to kill, should be the unstable one. But by the time the story reaches its midpoint, it's Killua trying to save Gon from his worst instincts. He's the one reaching out, holding Gon back, protecting both him and others. Killua learns empathy and develops the will to protect what matters. Gon, who once radiated innocence, becomes consumed by obsession. That role reversal is one of the boldest choices in the manga. Killua, who grew up in a house of monsters, chooses to be kind. Gon, who was raised by someone loving, chooses to destroy. And the most haunting part is what comes after. Gon meets his father, he climbs the world tree, speaks to Jing, and there is no grand climax. Jing doesn't apologize. Jing, I'm so bad for the name. I'm sorry. I don't watch the anime. Sorry. He doesn't explain himself in ways that offer closure. He just exists, eccentric, driven, selfish, and Gon listens. Not as a boy demanding answers, but as someone who finally sees his father clearly. Gon's journey seems to stop not with fanfare, but with understanding. And for that moment in the manga, that's enough, because the journey was never about saving the world. It was about making sense of it. But the manga isn't over. Gon's Nen is gone for the moment, but Hunter x Hunter has always respected long recovery acts and rebirths. He may not be fighting in the Dark Continent expedition yet, but he's still young, still learning, still part of a world that's bigger than anything he sees. And he's seen. The fact that he was once able to sacrifice everything, even his own life force, tells us something vital. When he returns, he won't just be strong, he might be terrifying. He may yet become the greatest hunter in history, not because of brute strength, but because of his resolve, his instincts, and his mentality. Most shonen protagonists build legends. Gon's legend is how close he came to losing everything in pursuit of something personal. There must be a switch somewhere. His power reaches its peak during his emotional low. That's not uplifting, that's tragic. Even though in most manga it's uplifting. But tragedy doesn't end the story. Sometimes it forges the beginning of something far more real. Gon is one of the most unique protagonists in any mangas because he doesn't represent triumph, he represents cost. The cost of obsession, the cost of anger, the cost of innocence, once shattered, never returning. He's more akin to Eren Yeager than he is to Naruto or Luffy. His story isn't about what it means to win, it's about what it means to want something so badly that even victory might leave you hollow. And the next time he steps into the world, it won't be to chase anyone else. It'll be to find something only he can understand. And that's himself. It's been your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.